How's it going, guys? What have you guys been doing? We're in the middle of a problem. Why are you guys here? Oh, it's Memorial Day. That's right. It's a Saturday. What? It's a holiday special. That's right. I'm gonna get in the bunkers, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys. We're out of fire. Okay, I'm in the bunkers. We literally woke up in the morning. We're getting fired upon. We're good though. Let's jump onto the video. See what we got for Memorial Day. I find this cool documentary, Forward 2 for Call of Duty. Found it around, let's react to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. It's called Brotherhood of Heroes, Call of Duty World War II. And documentary, and let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. Blood, gore, intense violence, strong language.
To this day, the world remains scarred by the conflict that we call World War II.
Yeah.
The generation that fought and survived the Second World War, some of them are still with us now. And we therefore have a living memory of the Second World War. As that living memory recedes, it's up to a new generation to understand that memory, to understand the experience of fighting the war and surviving.
We got a war going on right now, mate.
Call of Duty World War II is an incredibly personal game. This is a story about a conflict that was really an inflection point in human history.
It was. Man.
There is this respect and honor you have to pay to not only the people, but to the places. Marty was so important to this project because he gave us details to making the game and getting it right.
I've devoted my life to studying the subject of the Second World War. I'm very fortunate in this career to follow the story of individuals that are willing to make a sacrifice for the bigger picture. They represented the greatest possible bravery, the greatest possible courage under the worst possible circumstances.
Yeah.
This isn't a fictional war, so it's really important that we communicate to the player to have a strong understanding of what happened and what the time was like.
Some of the most infamous battles in the history of man happened in World War II.
Dude, that's
To make sure we
nuts.
get the feeling and tone and locations right, we have to go there.
That was really powerful because you really can't replace firsthand experience. In terms of the locations, we wanted to give you these classic, iconic
Look at that.
conflicts and battles,
Man.
but at the same time, we wanted to tell you the lesser-known conflicts, areas in which you were going to be seeing things for the first time. Let's move.
Let's move, boy.
The
Normandy.
story of Normandy is one of
That's one of my most favorite
international
battles.
cooperation.
They
Normandy
conducted the D-Day landings.
is one of my second favorites, though. My first most favorite is Battle of the Bulge.
Was 14 nations.
My third
a
favorite battle of the
multinational
war is
coalition
Battle of
force
Iwo Jima.
Of 130,000 men with one objective: to overcome German opposition.
Look at that real footage, though, dude.
People very often have an emotional moment when they see Omaha Beach for the first time. They see this place where on this one day, this day of days on June 6, 1944, 1,000 men were killed in combat on a 5-mile wide beach.
That's a lot of men,
It's
bro.
powerful, and it speaks to them. In this area was the U.S. Army's Big Red One, the 1st Infantry Division. They were the first men to get off of Omaha Beach, up the Capitol Drive. They were compelled forward by a spirit of courage and brotherhood.
Courage and
And
brother.
that same spirit is at the center of the story of Call of Duty World War II.
Paris.
An
Oh,
important
yeah.
part of the emotional arc of the game
Yep, Paris.
is Paris.
The experience of the
Yo,
French
look at
people
that
was
German
especially
riding a
traumatic.
horse, bruh.
Under German occupation, a very large number of them are deported back to Germany, where they go into a concentration camp system where they're exterminated. But in other cases, they're subject to food rationing and gasoline rationing and a nighttime curfew. This is an incredibly suffocating and stifling experience.
Oof.
But throughout all of it, the resilience of the Parisian people never faltered, never shuddered.
Uh-huh.
We had our U.S. servicemen fighting.
There was a That was right, because they didn't just step down. There was a thing called the resistance that they had, and for the French people, they started resistance and like worked alongside, the Americans to, take back Paris.
Alongside members of the resistance, civilians.
Yeah.
They knew the territory, and they would fight to the death because it was their country.
Dude.
Members of the French resistance took up arms to resist Nazi tyranny. During the course of liberation, 3,200 Nazis were killed in action. And then 1,600 members of the French resistance, some of them were killed in combat on this bridge.
Everything we've lost, everything we fought for, will mean something.
Now this music.
Tonight we take back our city.
Yes. Let's take back our city. The Ardennes. Yep.
Recognized as being the centerpiece of the Battle of the Bulge.
One of my favorite
It
battles,
extends
Battle of the
across
Bulge.
Belgium and into parts of northern Luxembourg.
Yep. Boom.
Now the war is entering a darker, deeper phase.
During that time, it was more of a grind and a stalemate.
There was snow on the ground. It was 0 degrees. It was realizing the depth of that hardship that they endured for our freedom.
Recreating that for the players so that they have some understanding of the sacrifices that were made.
Man.
On Sunday, December 16, 1944, the Germans unleashed the Battle of the Bulge, the Ardennes counteroffensive. It roars through this part of central Luxembourg. It shatters the 28th Infantry Division. The Germans had imagined this victory, that they would drive a wedge between the British and the Americans. This was Adolf Hitler's last chance, his last gamble.
Man.
But none of this was to be. Within 6 months, the Allies are in Berlin itself, and the war in Europe is over.
Boom.
The Second World War isn't about you.
I knew they
as
was
an
gonna hit that
individual.
cue
This is
though.
about
Bro.
This is about an idea. The idea of freedom. Freedom from oppression.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was
When
about.
people went off and served, they were there for a higher purpose.
This is the greatest generation. If people didn't step up and do the right thing, who knows where we'd be today?
Fact.
To know the personal stories of the conflicts of the war. I realized these great men and women, they're no longer here to tell them stories themselves.
If people remember, people will memorialize. And if people memorialize, people won't forget.
Man, could you imagine just
We're
going,
delivering an experience that's as
just
powerful as
doing
it
all
can be,
that?
but it's also respectful of the sacrifice that real people made in saving the world.
I can tell you the day with a country like just a country like this. I mean, America used to be great back then.
World War II, we tell the story of our brothers and sisters who experienced combat in the Second World War.
But these
and
days, I
contributed
don't
together
think many people
to
will go
deliver
off to
final
war.
It's all been leading to this.
Let's get it.
History call. You answer. Wherever your path takes you,
This is epic.
you will always be amongst
Call of
the
Duty.
brotherhood of heroes.
Call of Duty World War II, November. No, is that it? That is it. That was freaking lit, dude. That was freaking lit, dude. Wow. That was really great, guys. That was really amazing. World War II had to be one of the most just destructive wars ever. Man. I gotta go, boys. Hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Got some boys. Just to get over here. Here I come, Sarge.